Imagine waking up one day to realize that your entire life is nothing more than a computer simulation. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But what if it's not? This is the essence of the simulation hypothesis, a concept that's been making waves in scientific and philosophical circles alike. The simulation hypothesis proposes a thought-provoking scenario. It suggests that our reality in all its complexity and detail might be nothing more than an advanced digital construct. Every person, every object, every gust of wind or drop of rain could be a string of code in an incredibly sophisticated computer program. But where did this mind-bending idea originate? Believe it or not, the roots of the simulation hypothesis stretch back millennia to the musings of ancient philosophers. These thinkers, from Plato to Zhuangzi, have always questioned the nature of reality. They wondered if what we perceive is genuinely the world as it is, or if it's just a shadow of something more profound, more real. Fast forward to the present day, and these questions have taken on a new form. As our technology advances and our understanding of the universe deepens, the idea that we could be living in a simulation seems less like a flight of fancy and more like a plausible hypothesis. The simulation hypothesis has become a lens through which we can explore a wide range of topics, from the nature of consciousness to the meaning of life. However, the implications of this theory are far-reaching and somewhat unsettling. If we are living in a simulation, what does that mean for our sense of self, our understanding of free will, our moral and ethical responsibilities? These are questions that don't have easy answers, but they're questions we'll need to grapple with as we delve deeper into this fascinating theory. So, are we living in an artificial construct, or is this all real? Let's delve deeper. Historically, thinkers have been questioning the nature of our reality for centuries. They've poked and prodded at the boundaries of what we perceive, trying to discern if there's more than meets the eye. In the dim-lit chambers of ancient Greece, an eminent philosopher named Plato spun a tale that would echo through the ages. His allegory of the cave painted a picture of people confined in a cave, seeing only shadows cast on a wall by a fire behind them. These prisoners, Plato proposed, would take these shadows for reality since they had never seen anything else. But what if one of them was freed, stepped out of the cave, and saw the world in all its vibrant colors and forms? Wouldn't he realize that his previous reality was but a mere shadow of the truth? This ancient thought experiment is strikingly reminiscent of the simulation hypothesis. Just like the prisoners in the cave, could we too be mistaking our perceived reality for the real thing? Could we be living in a high-tech cave, seeing only the shadows of a reality that's coded into a supercomputer somewhere? As we transitioned into the modern era, the questioning didn't stop. Instead, it evolved. The Enlightenment brought us René Descartes, who famously said, "I think, therefore I am." Descartes pondered the existence of an evil demon who could be deceiving us, making us believe in a reality that doesn't exist. Sounds familiar, right? It's almost like Descartes was hinting at a simulation controlled by an advanced civilization. But it's not just philosophers who've questioned our reality. Scientists, too, have joined the fray. Quantum physics, with its uncertainty principle and wave-particle duality, has made us question if the solid, predictable world we thought we knew is all that solid and predictable after all. Fast forward to the 21st century, these philosophical questions have taken on a new technological twist. As we stand on the brink of developing technologies that could potentially simulate reality, the idea that we could be living in a simulation isn't as far-fetched as it once seemed. In the digital age, the question of reality has been rephrased by modern thinkers. As we journey into the realm of contemporary philosophy and science, we encounter minds that have dared to question the very fabric of existence. One such mind is that of Nick Bostrom, a Swedish philosopher at the University of Oxford. Bostrom proposed the simulation argument, a compelling theory that suggests we might be living in a computer simulation. The crux of his argument rests on one of three possibilities. Either humanity goes extinct before reaching a post-human stage where we could run many such simulations, or post-human civilizations have no interest in running ancestor simulations, or we are almost certainly living in a simulation. Bostrom's thought-provoking theory has sparked intense debate and has been a catalyst for further exploration into the simulation hypothesis. But it's not just philosophers who have entertained this idea. Renowned tech entrepreneur Elon Musk has also mused over the simulation hypothesis, suggesting that the rapid advancement of video game technology indicates we'll eventually create simulations that are indistinguishable from reality. As we delve deeper into the 21st century, the line between the virtual and the real world seems to be blurring. Today's virtual reality technology can create immersive experiences that trick our senses into believing we're somewhere we're not. Artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly sophisticated, raising questions about consciousness and reality. What's more, quantum physics, with its strange phenomena that challenge our conventional understanding of reality, has added another layer of complexity to the simulation debate. Some scientists argue that the bizarre behavior of quantum particles can be more easily explained if we consider the possibility that we're in a simulation. All these technological advancements and theoretical explorations have fueled the simulation hypothesis, making it a hot topic of discussion among modern thinkers. It's a fascinating and somewhat unsettling idea that challenges our understanding of reality and existence. With the rise of virtual reality and AI, the line between the virtual and the real world seems to be blurring. The simulation hypothesis, once a fringe theory, is now a serious consideration in the discourse about the nature of our reality. Today's technology is pushing the boundaries of what we perceive as reality. Indeed, advancements in fields like virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing are beginning to blur the line between physical and virtual worlds. Let's start with virtual reality. It's no longer just a tool for immersive gaming, it's a portal into another dimension. Virtual reality allows us to create and experience worlds that challenge our perception of what's real. Now imagine this technology advancing to a point where the virtual world is indistinguishable from our own. Wouldn't that make us question the nature of our reality? Now let's turn to artificial intelligence. AI is not just about creating smarter machines, it's about creating conscious entities. We're at the brink of creating machines that can learn, adapt, and make decisions independently. As AI becomes more sophisticated, we might one day create a conscious being within a simulation. This raises a mind-bending question. If we can create conscious entities in a simulated world, how do we know we're not conscious entities in someone else's simulation? Lastly, quantum computing. This technology could potentially unlock the power to simulate every single particle in the universe. That's right, we're talking about simulating the entire universe. Quantum computers operate on a scale that's beyond our current comprehension, and their potential is staggering. If we can simulate the universe down to its smallest detail, it begs the question, are we living in someone else's quantum simulation? These technological advancements are not only reshaping our world, but they're also reshaping our understanding of reality. They're pushing us to question the nature of our existence and to contemplate the possibility of living in a computer-generated universe. If we can simulate a universe, what stops us from being a simulation ourselves? With each technological stride, the simulation hypothesis becomes less of a hypothesis and more of a possibility, a reality that we might have to confront in the not-so-distant future. The simulation hypothesis isn't just a tech theory, it's a philosophical conundrum. A thought that untangles a new world of questions, provoking us to question the very fabric of our existence. We've journeyed through the theory, the historical perspectives, the modern thinkers, and the role technology plays in supporting this hypothesis. Now let's dive into the deeper waters, the philosophical implications of living in a simulated reality. Firstly, let's consider reality. What is it? Is it the physical world we touch, see, hear, taste, and smell? Or is it merely a construct of our minds, a product of our perception? If we're living in a computer simulation, where does that leave the concept of reality? It becomes a paradox. The physical world we're experiencing could be nothing more than lines of code, a virtual reality so sophisticated that it is indistinguishable from the real thing. Next, let's ponder consciousness. The simulation hypothesis raises several questions about the nature of consciousness. Are we sentient beings with free will, or are we artificial intelligences following pre-programmed paths? If we're in a simulation, does that mean our thoughts, emotions, and dreams are also simulated? This conjecture stirs a profound debate about the nature of mind and self-awareness. Lastly, let's examine the moral implications. If we live in a simulation, who are the simulators? Are they ethically responsible for the happenings inside the simulation? And if so, how does that translate to our own moral responsibilities? Are our actions consequential or inconsequential in a simulated universe? The simulation hypothesis unravels a Pandora's box of moral and ethical dilemmas. The philosophical implications of the simulation hypothesis are profound and thought-provoking. They challenge our understanding of reality, consciousness, and morality. They force us to reconsider our place in the universe and the nature of our existence. If we are in a simulation, it challenges our understanding of existence and consciousness. So, what can the simulation hypothesis tell us about the nature of existence? This theory, as intriguing as it is, has the potential to reshape our understanding of reality and existence. If we're living in a simulation, our existence could be just the tip of an unimaginably vast iceberg. It suggests that there may be layers of reality beyond our comprehension, where the rules of physics as we know them don't apply. Consider this. If we are part of a simulation, then our understanding of life, death, and consciousness could be fundamentally flawed. Death may not be the end, but simply a transition to another level of the simulation or even a different simulation altogether. Consciousness might not be confined to biological brains, but could be a universal feature of the simulation. This brings us to the concept of free will. If we're in a simulation, are our actions predetermined by the programming code? Or do we, as conscious entities, have the ability to influence the simulation, to alter its course? These are profound questions that challenge our basic assumptions about the nature of existence. Moreover, the simulation hypothesis could also transform our understanding of morality. If we're in a simulation, does that diminish the importance of our actions? Or does it rather elevate them, knowing that our actions could potentially affect the course of the simulation? Yet it's important to remember that the simulation hypothesis is just that, a hypothesis. It's a thought-provoking concept that inspires us to explore the boundaries of our understanding, but it doesn't provide definitive answers. Whether we are in a simulation or not, it compels us to question, explore, and understand the very nature of our existence. Our journey towards understanding the nature of existence is a quest that continues as we delve into the unknown, searching for answers that may forever elude us. But isn't that the beauty of existence, to continuously seek, learn, and grow?